Please wear normal shoes. Crocs is not footwear. There are literally holes in it, so why do your toes feel safe? I've dreamt about rolling on the floor daily with a nail in my hand to scratch people's legs through those small holes in Crocs. You may wonder why I'm this pained. It's because I can't afford it. How dare you make the cousin to slippers 60k?
Wow, bro.
It is literally unfinished shoe that is using packaging to feel different. The fact is popular brings so many fake versions. I once saw Crocs that had cats as the logo. I knelt down for 2 days to beg God for their forgiveness. Crocs has made our dressing lazy. Someone wears very sharp, well-ironed kaftan and then splashes Crocs on him. Your lack of taste is splashing on me. Because it's nearly a shoe, many are confused whether to wear socks or not. That confusion punishes our nose. Bright green odor sneaks out through those stupid holes and mollifies my sense of smell. Dunlop slippers is 500. That's a smarter choice. Letter to a class demon. Try and blow his substance. Because if they blow air on your blowing, you'll be blown away. Your office is the homepage of your TikTok. Refreshing to see what has been liked. You are not liked by yourself. Because yourself has forgotten the reason why you are yours, you are theirs. Because your ideologies have been soaked
with the hypo of trending topics and what's
fashionable. The inner stain of your own personality was covered up by that hypo. Not knowing the material is not suitable for hypo, it's cotton. Your thoughts are not suitable for brainwashing. It's unique to you. Drizzling out foolish sentences in the comment section and dropping even dumber takes on Twitter. The cells of your brain was taken as a token for attention seeking and replaced by the rechargeable notion of clouds. Anything to stand out. Even when you claim to be standing out, your sense is lying down. If you wear skinny jeans in 2024, throw away your legs. There are certain taboos that don't need to be passed as law. As a decent human, you should be booed by your conscience. Tight trousers with bright colors will always make my heart bleed. Why is your trouser bright red? Is it trying to match with the blood stain in my heart from your lack of style? In secondary school, I always fought to have pencil trouser. The type that is so tight that you need to use waterproof nylon to remove it. Maybe that makes me a hypocrite now, or maybe I have evolved. So has the world. Our trousers have gotten baggier for comfort. So you cannot be living in the past and still be dry humping the feeling of discomfort. I beg of every skinny jean wearer to cut those trousers today and use it as handkerchief. Then the remaining material, tie it to the back of your car boot to show us that you have repented.
like Nigeria's economy, my hairline is backsliding. When I was 14, I went to the barber and told him to give me sharp carving. He made my hairline do moonwalk. I felt like Michael Jackson. My skin was black on the inside, but my hairline was white. His clipper had given me eczema. I had skin reaction from the bagger. My babes couldn't recognize me. So to revenge, I put Vit in his body wash. He used it to bath. Now his hairline is worse than mine. Moral of the story: you don't play with an African man's hair. The beast in him comes out.
iPhone has turned into desktop computer. You dare not leave your house without a power bank. This particular bank loans you battery and adds inconvenience as interest. Walking around with power bank is considered an ick. So instead, I'll allow my phone die and be stranded. Because Folashade demanded me not to embarrass her in public by holding a formerly white cord with sellotape hugging its tail and a fat Oraimo power bank accompanying it. But if I decide to put it in my pocket, I would have 2 fat bulges showing on my trousers. It's not a situation I can win. Elders will convince you with your whole soul that your battery is bad because you overcharge. But how would I not charge it overnight when NEPA can come in the middle of the night and fornicate with the lights?
That was dope, guy.
Waking up to a dead phone is as painful as thinking you switched on a charging socket but never did. Annoyance licks the 4 corners of your lips and uses its spit as lip gloss. Dear Apple Incorporated in California, please make your phone impossible to open. Because our boys who carry an iPhone, open it, molest the battery, claim is UK use. The only UK the phone has gone to is UK Wangbala in Anambra State. Do better.
I trust boys in Computer Village and Banex more than every politician. Even if they don't have the parts, Emeka in Emma Plaza must have it. If Emeka doesn't have it, Nnamdi in the opposite shop will have it. I took my laptop to Computer Village. I told them to fix the battery. I opened up the laptop. I found granules where the battery was meant to be. Yes, they will tell you they can fix it. But if you don't use your head, they will use your head and they will make their head your head, because your head will be empty at the time they are done using it. So wise up.
My friend claimed his favorite color was black. He lied. He loves ash more. His lips are always ashy. I bought him half a container of Vaseline. He took it as an insult and cut me off. I never thought petroleum jelly would be the reason our friendship ended, but it did, and I moved on. On a Friday night, I was set to go for a party. At the entrance, a stranger asked if custard poured on my leg. I looked down and saw that it was as dry as an empty bathtub. My knees were ashy. I attempted to rub saliva on it, but it made me smell like wet clothes. I wore ripped jeans that day, and as destiny would have it, my jeans were ripped on my ashy knees. I felt my confidence being ripped apart. I got to the party gate, and my old friend with ashy lips was the organizer. He pitied my situation and handed me Vaseline I gave him months ago. I rubbed it. We shared our woes of ashiness together, and then we went to the party to fornicate, and we became ashavos. So, grind my gears is niggas that think they are so high and mighty when they tell you to tie your shoelace. Yes, my shoelace is untied. I know. I can trip and break my teeth. What if it's my style? Because my shoelace is untied, that doesn't mean my heart is not tied with the feeling of hatred for you. Because you embarrass me in public, making me feel like a little child that needs you to help me. Oh, uncle, please, can you tie my shoelace? Fuck off, I don't need you. Think because everything is tied, that my tongue will be tied and I won't be able to cuss you out for the embarrassment. Leave my shoelace, let it fly. My lace, my choice. When I was younger, the only person I knew associated with a bomb was Osama bin Laden. Now boys are using iPhone 6 for bombing. But
but it doesn't explode. The only thing that explodes is their bank account and the heart of a gullible white woman in Houston, Texas. What disturbs me is how we use fun and interesting words to describe heavy crimes. Someone is stealing money and you call it an email address. Another is dragging heavy marijuana and you call it weed. That's unwanted grass, but the youth want it, so they will seek for it. With money sent through iTunes gift cards and forex banks, boys fight to be top ranked. Whatever it takes, even if you are asked to lick the armpit of your fellow man to become an Azaman, why not? Because it is written that the rain that beats me today will wash my Benz tomorrow. So I will catch that same water in a bucket and use it to bath soap. Good luck to us all. May cash out French kiss our tongue this week. Selah. I strive my hardest to look thick and strong. But as a gym bro, all I wish is that my self-esteem was as strong as my arms. My aim is to scare you off with my looks so I never have to fight. Spending 6 days out of 7 on arms. A gym bro is made up of 97% arms and 3% low-cut fade with sharp carving. They sacrifice the strength in their legs for arms, so they can look good in tank tops and tight t-shirts. Going to the gym is never complete without eating well. So I must squeeze 2 crates of egg inside 1 slice of bread and wash it down with protein shake. A gym bro can be any gender. Sandra goes to the gym every night. Has never lifted a weight. Instead, she lifts your husband's number from his phone to hers. She has 20 gym clothes, but has never sweated in any. Sandra is a gym bro. I just want to work out at the gym. I never wanted to be a gym bro.
Will I bang this exam? I don't bang my head on wall. And drink the dripping blood in a champagne glass. So by any means necessary, I must pass. Pass the chokes, till my unfearful mind is choked. With the adrenaline of hiding from the invigilator, a ticking bomb is set on at my table, but the detonator lost. It explodes if I waste too much time with the chokes. And my grades explode if I don't spend enough time with it. It's coming closer, clearly suspecting me. So I squeeze the paper into the ball and use my saliva as a radio soup. My chokes as Gary as I swallow it down with speed. I swallowed my carryover. The process works. I will excrete what I swallowed. This time I refuse to digest. I vomit. I vomited the course out, spat its remnants, and dropped out of school. Because I disagreed to drop into depression and being left behind by my mates. So in case you need cash or you need to do transfer, drop into my POS stand and patronize my new business.
Circular, Q-boy, over. Nyash na nyash. Is your heart pure, dirty, or brewing evil? We can't tell. But you have sworn to make what we can see a pillow-like material that draws our eyes and erases our reasonable thoughts. Post not clarity. Please slap my face. But you can never not without a swift reimbursement for the material you tampered with.
Brazilian butt lifts, Nigerian molding. Is there a difference? Dr. Miami visited Lagos Island and Wuse too. 10,000 hearts became black. 15,000 bank accounts became red. Oga, shey you do transfer? Can't you see what I possess? Discontent has possessed your mind. Your body, your choice. Most definitely.
But did you answer sincerely the multiple choice question of beautification? Or did you cheat from your neighbor beside you, social media? Did you copy the answers of your seatmates, the internet? Or did you smuggle a paper of envy into the hall? Was your brain washing machined to believe you can't be perfect without a BBL? Because honestly, if men had such an enhancement, please take my detergent and brainwash me. Kindly draw out my length. All jokes aside, you are beautiful. You are perfect. Every single squiggly line on your body is woven to perfection. Your soul complements your beauty, and your expanding mind digests the compliments from your admirers. You are special. You are supreme. You are her. And you will always be mine, despite what's dangling from your behind. If you drink a lot of tea, your mouth will smell. It's a proven fact. Not the kind of stench that impregnates your nose when you're up close, but a damp odor that scents like shoe polish. My skin often crawls out of my body and tears its own skin on barbed wire whenever I hear people slurping tea. Your lips don't need to produce soundtrack because of tasteless liquid. My hatred for tea began 2 years ago when my former dealer gave me grass from Lipton tea bag and swore it was premium Igbo. I placed a curse on him that whenever he tries to produce children in the bedroom, tea will come out. I will always choose water over tea. Even if it's dirty cholera water, I'll take it instead.
The only thing I like about rainy season is that niggas don't sweat as much. Your armpits cannot be booming if the weather is cold. But the only thing I don't like is that when I dry clothes, I use 4 days to make sure it dries. Sometimes I risk it and I wear wet singlets, wet boxers, because they never dry. Every form of outdoor activity has been scattered. You dare not go for a picnic because inside your meat pie and puff-puff will be sprinkles of rainwater. Rain has destroyed your outing. So this stirs more people to form house parties and indoor events. If you go for a house party in Abuja, you cover your drink like this. Because men are looking around and they are ready to top up your drink with a substance that will make you topple over and roll on the floor. Rainy season. Sometimes I wish the sun comes out more so we can be outdoors and we can air out our thoughts and our brains are not congested by evil thoughts. Because evil thoughts will make somebody want to drug another.
Or maybe they are just an evil person.
In just 2, I rolled the edges of my math notes into a slim, Igbo-looking artistic shape. Little did I know that I was practicing for my future. Being the designated Igbo roller among the friend group is never an easy task. Your work is similar to a wedding DJ. You must observe the mood and know when to drop a banger that will make the people smile. Without being asked, you must know when the situation requires a jumbo blunt or a banana spliff the size of your finger. Smokers are liable to die young, but I feel younger whenever my lungs are body hugged with thick ashy smoke. The kind of smoke that has intercourse with my brain cells. Could I stop? Yes. Should I stop? Yes. Would I stop? Omo, I answer that question when I'm sober. But in reality, I've been sober for a year. So say no to drugs.
My lesson teacher's breath burnt a hole in my math notes. He can never come for lesson and not tell me to bring cold water. Till one particular day, I started mixing morning fresh inside the water. Because I will serve him, but he serves me back with failure. I failed every test and every exam I wrote under him. I had PTSD from every form of lesson teacher. Since that day, I started watching Indian men on YouTube to try and pass. I became first in class. Thank you, Rishi Sunak in India. You are the one that got me through school. But I vow that when my children get lesson teacher, when he goes to the bathroom, I will come to his cold water that they fetched and I will pack the dirtiest spit from my esophagus and I will spit inside as a form of revenge for the evil my lesson teacher did to me. I will never let it slide. Revenge will taste as slippery as my spit. Till we meet again.
My dream growing up was to be an Olympic swimmer for Nigeria. But the only proper swimming I've done has been the race from my father's testicle. I tried to recreate what I saw the swimmers do on TV. But I remember their pools looking blue and transparent and not green with empty gala wrapper floating at the top. I tested the conditions and dove into the bacteria-molested water to accomplish my dream. I noticed the pool was 8 feet, but my leg was touching the floor, or what I thought was the floor. It was actually a hairy rat that turned into a dog after eating the bacteria in the pool. I jumped out and declared my hatred for water. I became scared of liquid. I don't even have a bath anymore. Liquid tears don't even come out of my eyes anymore. I cry tears of Gary. Nigeria has never won an Olympic medal from swimming. That's because I'm scared of water. I fear stingy niggas with my whole soul because they have learnt the art of mixing lying with their craft. Your guy will promise you that he's stranded, he's broke, but bro has more than 100k in his OPay hidden somewhere. That's a stingy nigga. Scared of those type of people when you have to JFK transport. There are 4 guys in an Uber. You tell them everybody transfer to one account. All of a sudden, that stingy nigga has network issue. His GT bank has closed. His MTN is fluctuating. I promised myself never to be the guy that you send money to when you want to pay for Uber. Because everybody will send, but there will always be that extra loophole, that extra change that you have to add by yourself. A stingy nigga can never do that duty. He's always left for the person with the biggest heart. Because my heart is big doesn't mean my account is as big as my heart. They are stingy to their men. But if a babe calls them out, that OPay, that piggy bank, that piggy vest, they will break it. But they want to break their guy's account and being stingy. But for a babe, you pull all the stops. You do whatever you need to do. But in your times of struggling, your guys go got you. I refuse to stand directly in front of water fountain niggas when they are talking. It's like standing in front of a black pistol gun armed with no safety trigger. Their mouths are armed with never-ending floods of spit. It seems wrong to stop them mid-convo and say, bro, you're soaking me. Because you're low-key enjoying the convo. But slippery refreshment was never part of the package. Sometimes I could get excited and baff you a bit when I'm talking. It's hard to cheat someone with excitement and not sprinkle out tears of joy. Tears of joy from your mouth. In this case, the tears is a mixture of small kata and beans you ate for lunch. The tears doesn't roll down your cheeks, but it's pasted on your nose, forehead, lips, and sometimes spat inside your mouth. My friend nearly choked on my spit when I was telling a story. As a real one, he swallowed it. I dedicate this piece to him.
In my city, your daddy's Benz is used to pick up your female classmates. It has been turned to an everyday car. Mercedes is looking like Toyota on the roads. Few years ago, you would have used it to brag. Now no city cares whether ABJ or lag. A parent's concern is what car can take them from point A to point B. Your babe's concern is what car's interior looks good on Snap. The notions of logic has been snapped. The owner's concern is what car wrap will match. When you start driving, your car is the family Uber. You must use it for errands, but depending on how sharp you are, you would have gone to 4 different places that you want before going to the shop to buy bread and oil for the house. I store my insecurities in the car boot. That's why I never agreed to put plantain they just bought from the market inside that boot. If I mix my insecurities in the same place with market plantain, it will turn ripe and be fried with my other problems. We were given fingernails, not daggers. I vomit my left intestine when I see a grown man with overgrown nails on his pinky. You made it worse by seasoning the nail with dirt and yellow stains underneath. Some choose to keep only the middle finger long. I wish they sleep and wake up with only that middle finger, because such an act deserves only the middle finger. In primary school, your class teacher will flog you with ruler for having long nails. In real life, we should flog you with electric fence for those same nails. They believe it's a type of fashion statement. For such a statement, you should be writing a criminal statement stating that sensible people cut their nails and people like me should be in Yaba left. The scariest are the ones that allow their toenails grow. Imagine playing football with someone like that. His claws will penetrate through your soccer boots and put you in a wheelchair. I will take matters into my own hands and cut people's nails in their sleep. Fear me. Having 64 gig phone space is like separating a couple that is fighting. It's pointless. You are fooling yourself. You delete pictures like mad because of storage. I'm forced to erase memories in order to create space for new memories, even though I have short-term memory. So I depend on my phone to remember, but my storage is full. What bites my nipple is when having no storage interrupts a video you are making. And it's always when the video has gotten into the important part. It was just about to climax, but no storage held it by its balls and quenched its congee. 256 gig of space has become as common as Benz on Abuja Road. You don't rate it as much as before. 256 gig finishes fast because in your mind you think it's a lot and you start leaving rubbish on your phone. This morning, I deleted all the apps on my phone and left only Sportybet and Opay. Because I rather fill up my betting ticket than fill up my phone space.
I use AC until my kata is as slippery as okra. Back then, I thought air conditioners were the solution to every problem. When your temperature is high, you have headache. Throw away that Panadol and put your head inside AC. I later realized that AC is selective. When it's raining season, it will work perfectly. But when the weather is hot, it disappears faster than a 17-year-old father that conceives a bastard child. They both can't handle the heat. I always believed the ceiling fan was a downgrade from AC. Now I start to realize that a fan is like pap. It's not really sweet on its own. And it's not extremely bitter, but it's still food. It gets the job done. So does a fan. A fan and AC go hand in hand because a fan is AC's biggest supporter. It's a die-hard fan. No matter how cold your car or room is, if you are in deep shit, you will still find yourself sweating under AC. My Gary swole up. Sporty made my heart swell with anticipation. Obikata drawn from the back of the throat, the abs spat in my Gary. My ticket cut, as you can imagine. Place too short odds on Chelsea. It must enter. Do I have dementia? Because I keep losing and swear never to stake again. But my brain fights to ignore logic when I see boys using the same app to buy cars. With a heavy heart, I roll fat jumbo and attempt to go to Mars. But even in outer space, I'm still broke. Sporty, you don't rip me. You've ripped me into pieces and emptied the change I once had. Even MTN is sending me DM on Instagram, bros. Pay back the data you borrowed. Pity us now. Man down. I'm handicapped. I've deleted the useless app. But this week is Champions League. So see you again.